If you're a fan of classic JRPGs from the mid-2000s, then Reynatis might just bring back that nostalgic magic back into your life, but with a modern day twist. Today we're diving into the world of Reynatis with its simple yet complex gameplay, the beautiful PS3 visuals, and it is also developed by FuRyu and published by NIS. But I did spend an entire hour in the demo, therefore I want to see if this sets this title apart from other JRPGs. What's up, Chaotic fam? It's your host KSDTV here, and if you are new here, then this is your chill spot for all things RPGs, news, reviews, and as well as guides. And today we're diving into the world of Reynatis. So first up, I want to talk about the overall gameplay that you expect to see in Reynatis. So Reynatis offers a unique blend of combat and as well as stealth. The game is not overly based on stealth, but it uses some elements due to the overall story going on in the world. We will touch on that just a little bit later. You currently do play as two main characters in the demo, which seems like they will be the two main protagonists of this game. They both are on opposing sides of the law of that given world. You will play as Marin, or Marin, hopefully I got that right, the wizard who does seeks freedom through his own very own power, while Sari is also somebody who is an officer who wants magic to be more regulated in the everyday world. Now, touching back on that combat and stealth portion of the game, the combat is what really impressed me by using the two specific modes during your fights in exploration. They are called suppression mode and as well as liberation mode. Liberation is more offensive based attacks, allowing you to absolutely do some crazy badass combos by utilizing magic. But what really makes it cool is the swapping to the suppression mode, therefore is more focused on evading and as well as regaining magic in order to switch back into liberation mode during your fight. Liberation mode is essentially the only way you can actually attack your enemies, while suppression is meant to only really evade to gain that magic back. Another cool thing though, while you are in suppression mode, you can time your dodges to do a perfect dodge by filling up a gauge and releasing the button at the very right moment. By blending both the liberation and as well as suppression modes will allow you to excel greatly in combat, and I was having so much fun just really taking apart, just dodging it and how making sure I am able to regain my magic back, and it adds a step to the combat. This is not just something as simple as attack the enemy. It has some form of what makes them different, and I really do like about this game. It definitely took some time getting used to though, but once I got into the got the overall hang of fighting, it started to become even better once I understood it, and made me way more efficient at battles. Now, the game does throw a couple of different mechanics at you on top of the overall, tying it into the overall lore of the game. Stress is one of those mechanics. Basically, what stress does, it's seen almost as another life gauge, and I'm putting heavy quotations around that, life gauge for the player. Stress is built into the game. The more stress you obtain, you become stronger. But until with that strength, you will lose your overall defense. And if you gain too much stress by having your stress meter hit 100%, you essentially will crash out and become complete liberation mode, and you cannot get out of that till your stress levels are down. You can hit up vending machines as well to buy drinks that can actually take down your turn down your overall stress levels. It definitely reminds me of the Yakuza games, their Yakuza series essentially, where Kiryu or Ichiban can go up to stores and vending machines to actually buy specific items to keep them good. So very similar idea with the stress levels here. Stress can be accumulated though depending on what conversations you are having and doing specific activities. But while we are talking about stress and the liberation and suppression, let's get to the overall main bit of why this matters. let's talk a little bit about the exploration bit of Reynatis with the story implications. I love the way the game tied the lore into the gameplay. So just know, in this world, it is set in the beautiful, beautiful city of Shibuya, where magic is all over, but it is essentially banned in this world, where there are magic users and there are regular civilians. But wizards are seen as essentially as bad people. Wizards who use magic are essentially oppressed by I believe the police faction, which are the MEA task force. Now, one thing is, citizens are afraid of anyone who are magic users, so you'll notice a little bit of divide when you are playing as both Sari and as well as Marin. But one thing I will say, while exploring the beautiful city of Shibuya, you can explore in the same two modes that you utilized while you were in combat. So just to explain a little bit on that, during the suppression mode, you can move around with your true identity completely concealed. This is called the hoodie mode, essentially. And story-wise, if your hood is on, you are suppressing your magic. And as soon as you take off your hoodie, I'm putting quotations around that, you can now utilize your magic. Very interesting, very intriguing, I would say. But as long as you don't reveal that you are a wizard, you can talk to NPCs and do other things just like ordinary citizens can. You can even receive new quests that may appear, to which got a little taste of that during the demo. Now, when you are in liberation mode, you can use magic to move around quickly, but remember, magic is banned in the city. So like when you're playing as Marin, for example, he has to be very careful since he is a wizard, in which he gains a trending rank if he is shown utilizing magic. Sari does not have to worry about too much about hiding her magic since she is part of the task force. There is also a party system I wanted to talk about as well. You know, that you can have multiple up to 3 characters. Currently in the demo, you only get 2 people that join your party later into the demo. But going back on that trending rank, that does remind me of like social media with the hashtags or even the police star system that you would see in games like GTA. Anytime you use magic, you'll have the cops come at you. The bigger the rank will depend on how long you stay in the public eye after utilizing your magic. So you can use hiding spots to overall drop your rank so you can get the police off of you. To further add to the story blend with that gameplay, we do have a third mechanic that you will notice during the demo. This is called the malice mechanic, which is a visualization of animosity towards wizards. It's just really it's a more visual showing that people absolutely hate you. They hate your goddamn guts, man, with this. Like, bro, I ended up talking to one of the civilians who had the heavy malice, and bro, he looked at me like I stole something from him. Like, they really do not like wizards in this world, and you can really feel the oppression that Marin is going through for somebody who is not seen as an evil person, but he just utilizes magic. So it's a weird dynamic that is definitely going on in the city. But what happens is when a place has higher levels of malice, most of what you will used to be able to do will be restricted. For example, there are wizards, which are essentially wizard-based graffiti that is placed over, but you can only get them when the area's malice is below a certain given level. You can also lower the level of malice by completing side quests. Now, besides the fighting and as well as the hiding, I had to, trust me, oh my lord, I had to look around the city. And the one thing I can say is exploring around Shibuya's beautiful nightlife streets reminds me of walking around Kamurocho in the Yakuza series, or hell, even Yokohama when you're playing with Ichiban in Yakuza 7 and Infinite Wealth. It just looks absolutely fantastic. Visually, the game really does give me that PS3 graphics, and in my honest opinion, in a very good way. I see nothing wrong with it. I know a lot of people are, ew, this looks like a PS2, PS3 game, whatever. I'm like, bro, it looks good. I don't know, you can say, yes, nostalgia is talking through me, but no, it looks good. I'm not expecting every game to be AAA looking absolutely $1 billion budget into these graphics, but at least looks good. It definitely does remind me of a lot of JRPGs back in the mid 2000s. It is running on the Unity engine, and that's perfectly fine. Like I said, honestly, I personally love the nostalgic look, and it does fit the vibe the game is trying to showcase. But Reynatis offers visuals very reminiscent of PS3 era JRPGs, which add to the nostalgic appeal. Reynatis offers a fresh take on the JRPG genre, combining classic elements with a more modern day mechanics. I love how the story and the gameplay is overall affected by the world. The demo lasted me about an hour of playtime, and right now I need more of this game to get an even better feel of the game. There's not too much to really talk about within the given hour other than what was already shown. This game may not be for everyone though, who is looking for more of a AAA experience, but in this 1 hour, to be honest, I legitimately had fun. The gameplay does feel linear with the side questing as well. Granted, this, like I said, is only the just first hour, so that may change when you get into the further chapters. Reynatis seems like it does have a dungeon crawler-ish mode or area, and they call it the Dominus Forest. This gives me a huge reminiscence of Tartarus in Persona 3, or Kamoshida Palace in Persona 5, or even the sewer-ish sewer levels in the Yakuza series, or the fight pits as well in the Yakuza series as well. Reynatis just overall feels like such a classic JRPG in modern day 2024. I love the art direction the game went in. Just feels like I'm back in 2006 playing my PS3 and picking up JRPGs to play along the way. But if you want to check out some new upcoming JRPGs, then I suggest checking out a video. I'm gonna have it like right here in the card right here, or for my mobile users, I'll have it in the top right hand corner for you. And make sure to subscribe to the channel for more RPG content, and like the video if you enjoyed today's preview episode. And as always, stay safe out there, and it's been your host, Chaos DTV, here at Chaotic Inc., signing out. Peace.